Austin, do you want to do?
So I have installed the SwiftKey keyboard from the Play Store, and let me just open it. The SwiftKey keyboard is by Microsoft. So I opened the Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard, and the setup procedure is the same as the blind accessibility keyboard. So first you have to enable it, which is already enabled, and then you have to select it as defaults.
Choose input method. Checked. Radio button. Fourth. List. Not checked. Radio button. Microsoft SwiftKey cable. Step 3. Finish up button. Out of list. Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. Step 3. Finish up button.
And then click up finish up.
Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. Sign in to backup and send your words across multiple devices. Page 1 out of 2. Multi-page.
Now this keyboard you can sign into your accounts. Either it has two accounts.
Sign in with Microsoft account. Button.
You can use a Microsoft account.
Sign in with Google account. Button.
Or you can use a Google account. But for this demo, I'm going to say not now. But if you use any of the accounts, what it will do is whenever you type anything, it will synchronize your recent, like your most typed words, and it will keep a backup of that. So next time when you reset your device and sign in again, you'll get all your words back.
Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. Help Microsoft improve. Heading. Sharing data about what you type, including how often you use certain words in their order, helps us improve. Do you agree to share? No button.
Now this is personal preference, but I'm going to select no.
Installation successful. Okay button. Settings. Navigate up.
And
button.
then it takes you to settings. It says installation successful.
Microsoft account button and list. Languages button.
So here we have languages.
Languages. Navigate up. Button. Languages. Search languages. Update languages button. Your languages expanded. Heading 1. English United States / English US button.
Now I have English US.
Check. English United States / suggested languages expanded. Help button. Spanish United States / US button. 4 of 12.
Now it has some suggested languages.
Spanish Latin America. Spanish Mexico / English / Hawaiian / Oahu button. Blackfoot / Six Sigma. Midnight / Wigwazoo. All languages. Elapsed. Heading 12 of 12. All languages. Expanded. Abula / Abulan button. 13 of 730. Showing items 1 to 14 of 730.
Wow, 730 languages. I'm not going to go through all of these languages, but you can pick what you want and enable them. You can add them to the list of your languages.
Languages button and list. Themes button.
Then you have themes, which I'm not going to care about, but you can select dark or whatever theme you want.
Typing button.
Typing, this is important.
Typing. Autocorrect. Switch and list. 14 items.
Now here is a problem with TalkBack. It does not say whether the switch is checked or not. It just says switch. But if you
autocorrect switch,
double tap,
words will be corrected to the middle prediction as you type. Not checked. Words will be corrected to the middle prediction as you type. Checked.
And then it says not checked or checked.
Quick prediction insert. Switch. Quick period. Switch. Auto capitalize. Switch. Cursor control. Switch. Gesture input. Button. Disabled. Show predictions after flow. Switch. Physical keyboard. Button. Disabled. More information. Button. If you are using a Bluetooth keyboard, go to Bluetooth settings on your device to pair it. If you are back. No privacy. Button. Sound rich input. Button. Emoji. Button. Typing. Button.
Then emoji, here button. Is next option is emojis, where you can select which emoji you want. Let's go quickly into this.
Navigate. Emoji. Emoji. Dedicated emoji keys. Emoji predictions. Switch.
It predicts which emojis you want based on what you type.
Dedicated emoji key. Switch.
And again, all these switches, they don't say whether they're emoji checked or not.
Disabled.
You can, again, like the Gboard, if you tap on enter long, it will give you the emojis.
Open keyboard.
Dialog.
Button, list. Back. Sound and vibration. Button. Layout and keys. Button. Rich input. Button. Emoji. Button. Rich input. Button.
Now this is the rich input.
Rich input. Clipboard. Button and list. 3 items. Voice typing. Switch.
And here you have voice typing.
Engine,
you have clipboard.
Search engine. Button.
And search engine.
Search engine. Check. Bing. Google.
You can select Bing or
Divider
Google.
Google. Divider show search in your folder. Go to customizer. Out of list. Cancel. Divider. Google and list. Settings. Search engine. Button. Open keyboard. Button. Back. Open feedback. Button. Price sound and vibration. Button. Layout rich input. Button. Layout and keys. Button.
Now layout and keys are the standard, like
number, position, and number and symbols layout. Button.
All these layouts.
Number row. Switch.
You have number
resize,
row.
Button. Layout and keys. Heading. Out of list. Resize. Button.
You can resize your keyboard here.
Number row. Switch.
Then you have the number
position,
row.
Number and symbols layout. Button. Accented characters. Switch.
And again, you have the accented characters.
Arrow keys.
Like
Switch.
the Gboard. If you want arrow keys, you can have them.
Key pop-ups. Switch.
And then you have key pop-ups.
Long press duration. Switch.
Again, you can set how much is the long press duration before it gives you alternate keys.
23%. Current value 450 milliseconds. Slider. Open keyboard. Button. Out of list. Back. About open feedback. Private sound layout and key rich input. Button. Sound and vibration. Button.
Now, sound and vibration, I'm again not going into the details because it's standard. Like all keyboards, you have your sound slider. If you want key press sounds, what should be your vibration strength, and all that
Privacy button.
features. Then you have your standard privacy,
Open feedback button.
help and
Open
feedback,
Microsoft Swift key button.
and about.
Open keyboard button. Out of list.
And then
Home.
that is
Back
it
button.
for the keyboard settings. So if you go
One plus
back,
launcher. Microsoft Swift key. Languages and input. Virtual keyboard. Microsoft Swift key keyboard.
so virtual keyboard is set to Swift key.
Languages country. Virtual keyboard height adjustment. Raise.
You can raise your keyboard height. This is in the language settings.
Tools. Heading.
And here you
Physical
have all
keyboard.
those
Unconnected.
tools and all. So now that is it for the settings part. Let us go and
Home button.
see how the typing
One plus launcher.
works. And I am
Apps list.
facing a bug on the
Where is my
OnePlus
grade? Row
Nord
98.
at
Column 3.
least. I don't know
WhatsApp.
if this
Column
is
2.
on the other phone.
New message group. Podcast group. Edit box. Message. Showing UWE. Capital H. Language as enabled. English US. Capital H. Shift. I. Space. I. T. T. H. H. I. R. E. E. S. E. E.
So it types the same as
S.
Gboard.
A. S.
You can just
V. Space. This.
float your finger around and find the key and just tap on it and lift and it will type. You can also find a
F.
key,
R. T. R.
and
R.
what you can do is
Roto.
you can swipe.
T. New message and keyboard tip. U. I. O. E. A. S. E. F.
This way you can
Box
swipe.
lock.
Now one of the cool features in this keyboard is, the Gboard had this feature in the old update, and what it does is if you hit the delete key
Delete. R deleted. Space deleted. Pistol space deleted. Clear text. Shift. Uppercase on.
and you hold the delete key and it just clears everything other than just pressing the delete key, releasing. And then on top of these letter keys,
Capital
you
Delta.
have your
Open search.
predicted
Close Microsoft. Close Microsoft Swift key toolbar. Button.
words,
Capital I. Open div panel. Open
and
close
then
Microsoft Swift
on
key toolbar.
that
Search. Button.
you
Close Microsoft
have
Swift. Open search.
you
Button.
can open
Close
search.
Microsoft Swift key toolbar. Button.
You have the close Swift key toolbar.
Open div panel. Button.
You can open GIF panel,
Open stickers panel. Button.
stickers,
Open clipboard panel. Button.
clipboard. You can open and select whatever text you want to copy.
Open translator panel. Button.
And then there is a translator also here.
Open keyboard tips. Button.
And then you have keyboard tips that will give you some help on how to use it, but it's standard. But if you want, you can
Open
read
more
it.
keyboard options. Button.
And then you have more keyboard
Close
options.
Microsoft Swift key toolbar. Button. U. Open more keyboard options. Button. Showing more keyboard. Editing. Edit box. Message. Podcast. Open modes panel. Row 1. Currently selected autocorrect. Open themes page. Sign into Microsoft Swift
And
key. Open
again,
modes and select open settings page. Row
these
2.
are all the
Select to enable
settings
video.
and
Row
all
1.
those things in the more keyboard options section of the Swift key keyboard. So that'll be the demo of the Swift key keyboard. It's the same like Gboard and other keyboards, but the delete feature was the one that I liked the most because the old Gboard had it and then they removed it. So you every time you have to delete something, you just tap and release. But here you just hold and everything clears. One side it is safe, but one side you may clear things mistakenly if that you don't want to clear. So that
Yeah,
is it
but
from the keyboard.
actually, also, I'd like to point something out. The Gboard does the same thing, but the problem with it, at least with me, is that when I press the delete key and hold it, it doesn't, like, the screen reader doesn't pronounce anything, doesn't announce unless it reaches the last letter that's in the edit box, which is, in my opinion, is very bad. But what I have noticed in the Swift keyboard, it does, like, the screen reader just announce what letters are being deleted.
So one of the bug that I was having with Swift key keyboard on OnePlus, but it got solved, I don't know how, is that sometimes when you type fast, some of the letters they don't type. There is like a latency, but that is solved now for some reason. So that was the bug that I had previously with this keyboard.
Thank you so much. That's a great keyboard. So you see, as we have alternatives, one could always choose what they want.